everybody, and welcome back. I have a very special lady on my show today. You don't know her. Well, there's a good chance you don't know her. You may know her a little tiny bit if you are in the Steak and Butter Gang, which I highly suggest that you go check out if you're looking for a community of carnivores or even people who just eat keto. Maybe you're curious about this way of eating. You can meet us over there in the Steak and Butter Gang. That link is down below. Claire is in the gang as well. And one of the things that I really want to do is I want to start having normal people, regular, plain old people, come onto the channel and share their stories with you. Because while we can listen to experts and doctors and nurses all day long, there's a lot of them that have a lot of different opinions. Some say high fat, some say high protein, some say low fat, they say a lot of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a whole bunch of people on for you guys to look at and learn from, because you may be going through something similar just like they are. So Claire, thank you so much for coming on and visiting with me today. And for you, it's night because you are not in the United States with me. You are actually all the way over in France. So thank you so much and welcome.
Thank you for having me in your show.
Certainly. So if you would please do us the honor of sharing your story with us on how you came to this way of eating, then we'll talk about what you're eating and what it looks like for you, which is very unusual. Most people probably won't eat the same way, but I think that there's some people that do need to hear about it. So I'm super excited. Please introduce yourself and tell us your story.
So my name is Claire. I'm living in France, as you said. I have been struggling the last 20 years with anorexia nervosa, and it started when I was 16 by bad stuff happening in life, meeting the wrong people at the wrong time, and it continues over the years. When I was 23, I met my husband, who is now my ex-husband. And he was not the perfect person. He didn't know about my eating disorder troubles. But when we went together, he started telling me that I was too fat, and I was not too fat. I was really fine. But he wanted me to put on muscles, and he told me to stop eating pasta and cheese, what I loved. And I started losing weight little by little. And more you lose weight, more your brain is not fed, and you believe that you can lose even more and even more and even more. And I lost so many pounds. Then we decided to have a baby, and it was really, really difficult because I was underweight. And I went through IVF to conceive, and I had 3 failure, but one was the good one. And I got a fantastic boy. But my pregnancy was terrible because I was underweight. So I was in the hospital for a long time because I was supposed to deliver really early. From 24 weeks of amenorrhea. And finally, my boy came only 6 weeks earlier than expected. He was breathing on his own and everything. It was good. I was able to breastfeed him, and he was suffering of dairy allergy. So the pediatrician asked me to stop eating dairy to be able to breastfeed him without any problem. So I quit dairy. And from there, it was a good stop for me. Like, oh, I quit dairy, but I was looking on internet about dairy allergies and everything, and I start finding information saying that dairy is killing you and everything. And from this point, I found other website and saying that veganism is perfect, is the best way of eating. So I started quitting dairy, but then I became a vegan. Veganism was for me a really, really good way not to eat in all circumstances. Like you're visiting friends, there are a lot of food you don't want to eat. You can't. I can't. Sorry, you put it eggs inside. You put milk on it. No, the meat, I'm not doing it. So I will have only the lettuce and it's fine. And so I stayed vegan for a very, very long time. And I lost tons of weight because of the veganism, but as well because of the eating disorder, both combined. And then in 2016, I was 32 and I got a first flu. And it was terrible. I got hospitalized and they fed me by a feeding tube because I couldn't fight the flu, of course. I was so weak. And this was okay. I accepted the feeding tube for a while. And then I came back home and I said, okay, I'm healthy. Go back to my veganism, stop the feeding tube. And I continue this way. And in 2017, I got a second flu. And this was the end. And I died 6 minutes. My heart stopped during 6 minutes. Then I was in intensive care for 9 days. And at this time, I realized that even if I was thinking that I will plan the time I will decide to die, I was not planning anything, and I was only 33 and I didn't want to die. So I say, okay, the doctor asked me to reintroduce meat, and I reintroduced meat. It was difficult, but I made it, and I was still married with my ex-husband, and each time I was gaining 1 pound, he was asking me, are you going to gain much more? And I was like, oh, I don't know, maybe a couple of more, and then I will stop. And it was, even if I was dying, like so skinny, like if I was in the middle of the Second World War, but it was still asking me to, how much are you gonna take? And in 2018, I asked to be hospitalized in an eating disorder center. And I was there for a couple of weeks. He didn't visit me because he had holidays to take. And the medical team started telling me that what I was living was not the right thing. And then with the help of the psychiatrist and everything, end of 2018, I asked for divorce. And I took my own place and I started recovering. But I wanted to recover, but I was so afraid about gaining pounds and being healthy. I didn't remember what it was to be healthy. I didn't know what was a life without sickness. So I was really scared. And I was always, since the time I was living alone with my boy, I was always eating enough, but not too much. Enough to have a good blood test, enough to be able to handle a boy and a house, but That's it. I was scared. I was scared. I was scared about, being healthy and living. And during 4 years, 3, 4 years, I continued my way of eating. So I knew I needed protein. So I was eating lots of low-fat yogurt to have some protein, a lot of chicken breast, white fish. So I was eating protein, a lot of vegetables, because I was craving. And so to feel full, vegetables are fine, but even without any olive oil or seasoning, just the vegetables. And some pasta with nothing inside. And I was counting every calories that were entering in my mouth. So I knew every day I was eating 1,500 calories at the minimum, and no more than 1,800. No matter what happened during my day, I always knew, I always count. I had Excel spreadsheets to help me to count every day. And because I was hungry, I was underweight, very underweight, and I was hungry. I used to drink a lot of diet soda, even some sparkling water with sweeteners inside, but a lot, like 6 liters a day, like a lot. And I was able to manage my life, but I was surviving and living. And in May, I started looking on internet how to heal mental illness, because what is eating disorder is a mental illness. And I found the keto diet, and I read a lot about keto diet, and it was really interesting. But keto diet is about counting macros and percentage and blah blah blah. And I say, okay, I spent all my life counting. This is not for me. And reading about it, I found the carnivore diet, and I say, oh, eat whatever you want, as long as it's animal food. So good, don't count, eat as much as you want. And so I say, okay, I'm gonna give it a try. But I'm gonna give it a try with my eating disorder. So I was keeping with my low-fat yogurt. I was keeping with my chicken breast, with my egg whites, fantastic egg whites. Okay, never more. And I went on holidays in July, and I went to the beach with my son and with my niece, and they were playing in the sea, and I was freezing, and I was looking at the sea, and I just wanted to go inside, but I was not able because I was freezing. And I say, come on, Claire, come on, stop it. You're 37, you won't live forever. If you want to live, just live. And so at the end of the holidays, we left the place with my boy, and I say to him, okay, my lord, don't be scared, but I read something and mommy is gonna eat fat. And he was like, you're gonna eat fat? I say, yeah, I'm gonna eat meat and I'm gonna eat fat. I was really scared about it. I had an appointment with a coach from Meteorix, and she was wonderful. Her name is Marianne. If someone has an eating disorder, I want some support. She's really, really nice and helpful. And I told her, okay, I want to try the carnivore diet to heal my eating disorder. But I'm scared. I'm scared about gaining weight too fast. I'm scared. I want the recovery to be slow and to be able to adapt slowly. And she told me, okay, Claire, imagine tomorrow you've got a flu. The doctor told you you can take a pill and be fine tomorrow. What do you want to take the pill? If the doctor tells you take half pill and you will be fine in a week. If he tells you take quarter of the pill and you will be fine in a month, what you will do? And I say, I will take the whole pill. I want to be fine. So she said to me, so eat as much as you can. You will recover fast, but you will be healthy fast. So it's what you want. And I say, okay, it's what I want. I want to be healthy. I don't want to lose more months, more weeks, more months, more years. I just want to be healthy. And so I jumped from my low-fat carnivore diet to my very, very, very high-fat carnivore diet. And yeah, here am I, 3 months and a half later, much healthier. My journey is not over at all. It's just the beginning, but it changed my life, totally changed my life.
I absolutely love your story. And what Marianne said is so true. You can drag it out, or you can get down to business. And you finally found a reason to get healthy at all costs. And that's your son. He was more important. Getting into the ocean with your son became more important than your own body image, than what other people thought about you. And that is one thing that everyone needs, is they need a reason. What is your why for doing what you're doing? And you came from trauma and bad situations, and you overcame them. And there's so many people that are living in bad situations now. Here is a woman who overcame them, who decided enough is enough. I'm going to take care of myself. You do not have to give in to other people. You do not have to worry about what other people are saying, because you matter too. And your son.
I spent my whole life wanting to disappear, like people not looking at me, like just being in the mass and nobody looked at me. But when you're too skinny, everyone is looking at you. And now it's starting to be less. It's not over. In a couple of months, it will be much easier. But now, yeah. And I say to my boy, next year you will go to college, not college, secondary school. Mm-hmm. And all the kids that never saw me before, they will never tell you your mom is too skinny, because kids are terrible between them. And a lot of time, kids were really nasty. Like, you've got a mathematical problem. This lady weighs 80 pounds and she loses 4 pounds. How much does she weigh? The same as the mother's mommy. Yeah, for a boy, it's difficult.
Kids are mean and evil. And you know what? There's a lot of adults. They never grew out of it.
Yeah.
And we need to make sure that we're not listening to those people.
Yeah.
Finding your group and your community and people who can lift you up. For some people, it's the only way out. Yeah. So during your anorexia and your vegan days, what you said you'd like to track everything. What was the least amount that you were eating?
100 calories a day. 100 calories a day for 6 months.
For 6 months, 100 calories a day. And you were tracking everything. It amazes me that we can actually live, if that was living, on so little.
After this time, I was in a wheelchair because I didn't have any muscles anymore.
I believe it. Oh my goodness. And now
I lost all my hair.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I lost my period, but it was a long time before. But yes, then, yeah. Imagine being a mom in a wheelchair with a feeding tube on the nose without any hair. Mm. Yeah.
And now look at you.
I'm much better.
You look absolutely gorgeous. And now your son.
I have so much energy now.
Now your son has someone that he has to try to keep up with.
Yeah. You know, we went on holidays after 1 month of carnivore, and we were on the swimming pool together, playing ball all the time, always playing and laughing. And he told me like, oh, you're never mad anymore, never, you're always happy. Yeah, even if he does something wrong, because he's a boy, he's only 9. Okay, it's okay. I'm okay with it. He's a boy, he has to live, and he has to make experiences and everything. And last month, my boy is really like loving sports, and he asked me, okay, mommy, please come to trampoline park and Ninja Warrior Park with me. I said, okay.
And you could do it.
I was doing it. I'm so bad, it's so good. But anyway, we spent 1.5 hours together jumping. It's just amazing. The energy I have, it's amazing.
That is just...
And it's only 3.5 months in. I cannot imagine how it will be in a couple of months.
It's a miracle is what it is now. So now we know the minimum that you were eating, the 100 calories a day for 6 months. Now you are eating, honestly, I can say the complete opposite. Yes. So now what do you eat on a regular basis? Just to give people an idea of the fact that you don't have to be afraid of fat. You were afraid of fat for so long.
For an example, during 10 years, I'm sure I didn't finish 1 stick of butter. I bought butter a few times because my parents were visiting or stuff like this. But yeah, maybe a tablespoon of butter a year on average. So that was the only fat I was having. Now, a normal day of eating, I'm eating, okay, I know protein are important, so I eat protein. So I eat between 2 and 4 pounds of meat. Depends of what I'm having with. I'm eating minimum 12 eggs a day, minimum, maximum, no limit. And I'm eating at least 4 sticks of butter a day.
You're making up.
I love it. And I've done some funny experiments because I'm loving beef, I'm loving butter, and I'm loving eggs a lot. I try to do 3 days eating only beef, only butter, and only eggs. I started with butter because it's the best food ever. I love butter so much. And so I had one day where I ate only butter. And I almost ate 11 sticks of butter that day. So yeah, I know it's over 8,000 or 9,000 calories. I don't care. I love butter. People will tell you too much fat, you will have diarrhea, blah, blah, blah. No, your body is able to adapt. You never had fat in your life. You eat fat, you adapt. You want to adapt, you adapt. You don't want to adapt, you don't adapt. So the day I ate all the butter, I didn't poop for 3 days.
Oh my.
No.
Really?
Yeah, no need. My body just took all the butter and used it and nothing to waste. I tried egg day. It was difficult, very difficult, because eggs without butter, it's not that good.
No.
And usually I don't eat egg whites because I ate too many egg whites in my life. I've done it. It's okay. It's like all the vegetables I ate before. It's okay. I ate tons, no more. But because it was egg day and I say I need some protein, I would have some full eggs. And I think, if I remember well, I ate 28 eggs and 48 yolks.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, I put my alarm midnight, and midnight I was eating butter because I didn't get enough fat. I tried beef day because we can hear everywhere beef only is amazing, blah blah. Okay, beef only is amazing. I love beef. I will try beef. I started my breakfast with beef, like ribeye, very fatty. I had fat, just fat to eat. And I started eating beef, and I ate again. And I said, okay, there will not be a beef day. I cannot. I went to my fridge because I was still hungry and I didn't want to eat more beef. No more beef, please. But I was not full. I was not satisfied. I went to my fridge. I took a stick of butter and I ended my beef day. I cannot do beef only. I cannot eat as much beef fat as I can eat butter. And I need butter. I need fat. Mm-hmm. And yeah, you eat just beef fat. You eat 5 pieces and it's okay. It's too much beef fat, but I need more fat. I need to have a way. I cannot do a lean day. A lean day cannot exist for me. Maybe in a couple of years, when I will be weight restored and everything, I will be able to do lean days. But now, no.
And your beef only day was not a failure. It was not that you failed to do it. It's that you succeeded in listening to your body. Your body said no, because we can have all these great ideas about this is what I'm going to do and it's going to work. Guess what? It doesn't always work.
It's not working for me. Mm-hmm. So it was good because I knew I learned a lot trying. But yeah.
And the experiments are so important for people to do.
Yeah. And people like are doing beef only or not doing seafood. I eat all animal kingdom. I love all. As long as animal food, it's fine. It's fine.
Yes. So, experiment and see what works for you and try it. Don't be afraid of butter. So many people are afraid of butter. They still try to use just the teeniest little bit of butter. And there's some people like you who literally are only alive probably because of butter right now.
Yeah, it gives me so much energy. And now every day, since I started, every day, the first thing I'm eating in the morning is butter. The last thing I'm eating in the evening is butter, just because I love butter so much. And I put butter everywhere. I cook with butter. Okay, with ghee sometimes if it's to cook a little bit more because I don't want the butter to burn. Mm-hmm. But yeah, and I don't mind. Okay, I love raw butter. Most of the day I eat raw butter. But if I don't have raw butter, I don't mind. If I go to a restaurant and I take a piece of meat and I ask for butter and they give me the cheapest butter ever, it's fine. As long as there is enough. Mm-hmm. I don't care. It's like, yeah, if I can choose, I choose the one I like. But if I cannot choose, I just eat butter. It doesn't matter.
Any kind of butter is fine.
Any kind is fine.
So what was the difference between when you were a low fat, especially vegan, and now with your mental clarity?
When I was a vegan, I was listening to people and just believing what people were telling me. And when you're vegan and you are in the vegan community, you have lots of crazy stuff on your mind. And I was believing on it. I was believing that, yeah, milk will kill me. I was like not able to take the distance about what people were saying. If they were telling me like, you need to eat raw vegetables. Okay, I'm starting now. I'm eating vegan raw. Fantastic. Now I'm in the carnivore community. We are speaking a lot. You have a lot of crazy carnivore that will say to you, like, you have to eat raw. It's much better. Maybe, but I have my mental clarity. Maybe it's much better, but I love some raw food, but not all raw. And I love to cook. And people will tell you, no, ruminants only. Come on. Have you eaten chicken skin? That's so good. Have you eaten bacon? I cannot do without. So I have the mental clarity to know what works for me. And for me is to eat a lot of variety, you say? Diversity. Mm-hmm. And I'm eating everything my body is craving. I'm just listening to my body. Before I was just not listening to my body. I was not listening to my hunger. I was hiding my hunger, drinking too much, eating too much vegetables. Now, when I know that I'm gonna eat, I don't drink 45 minutes before I know I'm gonna eat, because I don't want to mess up with my hunger. Then I'm eating and I'm not drinking any. I don't need. Okay, some people will say the food is too dry, I need to drink. No, put butter on it, it's not dry.
Put butter.
It's okay. You can do it. And then I'm not drinking 30 minutes after I've finished my meal, because I don't want to dilute my stomach acid, because I want all the food to be nutritional and effective. So I don't want to mess up any. So I'm drinking only, in between my meals when I'm thirsty. If I'm not thirsty, I'm not drinking. I don't drink anything else than water, because I don't want to drink just for the pleasure to drink. I drink if I'm thirsty. If you're drinking fancy stuff, even if it's zero carbs like Diet Coke, you're drinking it, but it's not bringing you anything. And if I'm drinking one Diet Coke, I will drink 10 Diet Cokes. I love it. So I'm not doing it. And if I'm drinking 5-10 Diet Cokes, I won't be angry. If I'm just drinking what I need, if after my meal 3 hours later I'm hungry, I'm eating.
And the chemicals in those Diet Cokes are terrible.
Yeah.
They do so many other things to you. And for anyone who is stuck on those diet sodas, that is one of the hardest things for most people to come off of.
Yeah. But at the beginning, it was difficult. I was missing my Diet Coke, and I was missing my sugar-free gums, because I was used to have always a taste in the mouth, always something in my mouth. No nutritive stuff, but always something, a taste. And with the Steak and Butter gang, I asked for some support, like, what can I do? They say, okay, you want sweet? Eat butter. So I ate butter. And for all sugar cravings, because at the beginning, I had some sugar cravings. Even if I was not eating a lot of carbs before, I was still eating sweet stuff. And they say, each time you eat butter. And it made me in a terrible situation sometimes. It was summertime. I was in the organic shop, and I went to the fruit area, and I was smelling lovely honey melon.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, I want one. And I said, okay, you want sweet? That means you're hungry somewhere. You want sweet? Eat butter. Okay. I went to the butter place. I took one stick of butter and I ate it like I used to eat a cereal bar. And then I went to the cashier and I wanted to pay for the butter. And the lady looked at me and said, no, but there is a problem with this butter. It's almost finished. And I said, I ate it, but I want to pay for it. And she replied to me, okay, so you will pay for the bread you ate with. I didn't eat bread. I only ate butter. Okay. So it's really, really funny.
But you didn't eat the watermelon, and that was the whole point.
Yeah. I didn't eat. And when I went back after eating my butter in the shop, I went back to the watermelon and I didn't want any. It was fine. I was full with my butter. And and it's good. And now I'm able to cook everything for my son. My son is not eating carnivore. He eats a lot of meat, a lot, but he's not eating carnivore. And if he wants to have some chocolate cake, he tells me, Mom, can you cook for me a chocolate cake? Okay, I cook for you a chocolate cake, no problem. I do it, and I never want to try it. Okay, when I'm cooking it, sometimes I eat a piece of the butter I will put inside, but that's it. I don't try I don't try the chocolate or the sugar on. And even if the house is smelling chocolate cake, I don't want any.
I kind of wonder what bacon dipped in butter would taste like.
Ah, that's fantastic.
I was going to say that it reminds me of scallops, wrapped in bacon and then dipped in butter. That sounds really good. I think I need to go find some scallops.
Something really good. And I'm going to cook really soon because I ordered some. You take chicken skin, you fry the chicken skin, and you put a slice of butter on it.
I love chicken skin. I have some in my freezer. I need to go thaw them out and cook them up for sure. I can tell I'm hungry. Oh my gosh, all of this just sounds absolutely amazing. So what is on your plate for the rest of the day?
Okay, for the rest of the day, it's quite late.
Oh, yes, it is. It is late over there, huh?
Yeah, it's almost 9 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So I already had my dinner.
And what was dinner?
Sorry?
What was dinner?
So yesterday I went to pick up a lot of calf organs. So I've been spending my day eating a lot of organs. So through my day, I ate liver, heart, brain, thymus, kidneys, all this with butter.
Of course.
And I already ate, I think, 18 eggs today.
Mm-hmm.
And just before going to sleep, I will have a stick of butter because every night I'm having a stick of butter. But today I was eating a lot of butter and a lot of fat because I was really scared about this video. And so each time I feel some anxiety, I don't want to take any medicine or anything. The best remedy for anxiety is butter. And this is amazing. Sometimes I'm a bit scared still now with the fast weight gain I'm having. Each time I feel like, ooh, it's a lot in a couple of weeks. It's already a lot. And I say, maybe I should just reduce a little bit the butter. Each time I'm having this kind of thought, I go to my fridge, I eat a slice of butter, and I finish the whole stick thinking, no, you don't have to reduce it. It's what you need. And so I don't have any panic attack or anything because I'm eating so much fat. I'm just living on it.
When you first started eating, how many times a day were you eating versus now?
At the beginning, between 6 and 8 times a day. Waking up in the middle of the night. And in August, I was in holiday and I had tons of eggs in the fridge, and just because I need it. But it happened some nights I was like, oh, I need eggs, but no eggs were cooked. And I was just eating like the eggs like this, uncooked eggs, because I needed some. And yeah, it was 6 to 8 times. And yeah, anytime, day, night, each time I need it. And now it reduced by itself like 3 to 4 times a day. It depends how much activity I had in a day. It depends if I've done some workout. I don't do a lot of workout, but I try to do some weight lifting, like 4 times a week if it's possible, but no more than 15 minutes, just to gain strength a bit. And yeah, I'm gaining muscles. I'm gaining fat as well, but I need to gain much more fat and much more muscle in the couple of months. So it's like, all gain. the health gain is with fat and muscles, and I'm supposing I'm gaining as well bone density, but I cannot notice it really, but I'm sure about it. So
Very much so. Your sanity and you're happy and your energy with your son and
yeah, and my blood tests are amazing. I'm I continue going to the hospital once a month to have a blood test and a special appointment just to see if everything is okay, because I'm living away from my family, and it reassures me to have hospital appointment because I don't want my boy to take care of me. I prefer that he knows that I'm going once a month to the hospital and people that can take care of me if I need are there. So I'm keeping going, and yeah, my blood tests are amazing. I'm not taking any supplements. I'm not taking any medicines anymore. Nothing. Nothing for the anxiety, for depression or nothing. I don't need nothing to sleep. I have a wonderful sleep.
just butter.
Yeah, eating butter and then sleeping 8 to 9 hours a night.
Butter is your new medicine.
Yeah. I think insurance should cover for butter.
I love that idea. I'm going to start petitioning insurance companies to cover butter.
Yeah.
And it makes sense because your brain is 70% fat.
Yeah. And because they are saving so much because I'm not taking any medicine anymore. They
More
could
hospitalizations.
Yeah. No feeding, artificial feeding food. It costs a lot. So, yeah.
Now you can buy butter and eggs and calf organs. I love it.
Yeah, but as well, also carnivore. Okay. I love very, very good food, but I love cheap food as well. And ground beef is fine. Bacon is fine. Chicken is fine. I want to stick in my budget. So when you eat everything, it's not that expensive. Organs are really, really cheap because no one wants to eat organs. So if you had budget problems, organs is perfect.
And extremely nutritious. Yeah, so many people, they think that they can't afford carnivore, but think about all the things that you will not have to pay for anymore. Your medications and hospital stays and any procedures that you may have to do. You save.
Yeah, but as well, a lot like I eat water. Oh, water is not expensive. I save for the soda, but I save as well for all the alcohol. When you see people drinking all this alcohol with their meal, okay, here with the price of a good bottle of wine, I have to revise. Okay, it's fine. I prefer the meat.
Well, and even like the keto products, anything, it's still really expensive. A bag of the safe Lily's chocolate chips is $5 for this little bag.
Yeah.
That's what's expensive. The processed stuff, that is where your cost really goes. It's not into the meat and the eggs.
Yeah.
Everything.
And when you look like in France, we don't have carnivore crisps, for example. They don't ship to France because it's from the US, and so they don't ship. But when I look at the price, it's very, very high. Mm-hmm. And because I was seeing all these people eating carnivore crisp, I wanted some. So I made some, and it's really cheap to do it.
Yes, do it yourself, making it yourself, getting the chicken skins and frying them up. Yes, it's more work.
It's more work, but yeah, for the chicken skin, I don't pay for it.
Oh, really?
Because so many people want to eat only chicken breasts. The farmers have a lot of chicken skins they don't know what to do with. So you just ask nicely and they give to you. Like for the bone marrow, I don't pay for them.
Oh, I love it. Here, the bone marrow, the prices have gone up quite a bit. So that is definitely a tip for people, especially nowadays when everything is so expensive. is go to a local butcher and ask
Yeah.
them, what do you have that nobody wants? And will you
Yeah.
sell it to me or give it to me?
Yeah. And you see, when you go to the butcher here in France, they propose to you the meat that nobody wants. It's the dog meat.
Oh.
Come on, I'm having it. It's good enough.
Oh my goodness.
If it's good for my dog, it's good for me. It's okay.
Yeah,
It's meat.
very much so. Oh, I love it. Well, if you had anything to say, what would you want to tell people to encourage them? What message do you want them to walk away with today from this interview?
Uh, I think if you want to heal, you don't have to be afraid of healing. And there are other people with experiences and they can help. And if it happens for others, it can happen to you. Don't be afraid of fat. Okay, 37 years for me, and I'm not afraid of it. And your body can handle everything. Your body could handle being in starvation. You survive this. So your body will handle a lot of nutrient food you will give to him, and he will just thank you. And so don't say, oh no, my stomach is too small, I cannot eat. That's not true. Open your mouth, swallow. It's fine. It goes to your stomach. You can eat. Everybody can eat. You can. I was not eating at all. 100 calories a day. Imagine the size of my stomach. But yeah, I had some keto flu at the beginning of the high fat, like I had bad breath, but it's okay. It's the only trouble I got. Some people have low energy, some pooping problem, but it won't last. It won't last if you just keep going. If each time you eat fat, you say, oh no, I have a diarrhea, and you stop eating fat, how do you want your body to adapt the fat you're eating? Eat, continue. Yeah, maybe you will have diarrhea for 5 days, 7 days, but it will stop. Your body will be used to it. So just keep doing and try to heal properly, and don't be afraid of healing. And life is so much better when you don't spend 12 hours a day counting your calories and your macro. And what is working for me with my high fat carnivore diet might be a solution for others, but not for everyone. Beef only is the solution for people, but it's not mine. You have to find your solution. The solution is unique because you are unique. So that's the most important.
I absolutely love it. I think that is the best takeaway message that we could give to anybody, is you have to find what works for you. You have to try.
And another thing I want to say. When you look at the carnivore community, we have in front of us amazing bodies, amazing, with a lot of muscles, really skinny women. This is not life. I believe like 98% of the carnivores, they are not too fat, they are not too skinny, they are just healthy. So don't try to have the same body as someone. I don't know how much weight I will gain in the future months, but I don't want to stop at one point. I want to stop when my body will say, it's okay, you have enough, you're healthy. Maybe I will be a medium size, maybe a large size. I don't know. And I don't care. I don't want to look like people in the magazine or on TV. Don't try to have the same diet as someone because you want to look the same. The result won't be the same. You just have to heal your body and to be healthy. And I don't know if I will be healthy weighting 150 pounds or 130 or 170. I don't care. What I want is to be healthy. That's it.
I love that. And that really does need to be the goal, especially with carnivore. It is a healing diet. It's not for weight loss. Obviously, for you, you're not losing any weight.
No, it's an optimization of the weight. But
And,
weight
hormone.
optimization is not a range of a BMI. It's not.
Those numbers are so misleading, and they are not what we should be shooting for at all.
Yeah. When I look at my number now, my BMI is now almost in the normal range. Come on. That's not true. I'm still too skinny and I need to gain much more. And so what is the normality?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean anything.
All of our supermodels are pencil thin, too skinny, very tall, not healthy. And that's what we're told is beauty.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not.
No, I love it. We need to redefine beautiful to equal healthy.
Yeah.
And that is what the focus needs to be on.
Yeah. And my boy is always saying to me that when I'm gaining cheeks, it's so much better to have a kiss.
Oh, I love that.
So you say, gain more, gain more.
Well, we will have to come back in a couple of months and have a follow-up interview with you so that people can see how you are doing. Maybe we'll do an Instagram live together.
Yeah,
so
of course.
Can check in with you, and they'll get to see how your journey is going and how you are continuing to heal.
Yeah.
And how many times you're eating at that point in time. Who knows? Maybe you'll be down to 2 meals a day.
The only thing I know, I will never fast. I've been starving my whole life and I don't want to be hungry anymore in my life. So fasting is not for me.
Fasting is not for you. And I love that you are confident and you know that. You're like, no, I'm good. You fasted for 6 months of your life. Let's be real. 100 calories a day, that is fasting every single day.
Yeah. So no, fasting is not for me. And no, that's over. All this is over. Now it's just eating when I'm hungry.
Moving on with life and just improving every single day.
Yeah.
Just a couple